From the ruins of Athens, where tyrants ruled and justice bled, one man asked the question that haunts us still. What is justice? His name, Plato. His book, The Republic. This is not a gentle book. It is a vision of order, of law, of the soul stripped bare. Within these pages lie truths as sharp as iron, truths men fear to speak. Tonight we carve 30 laws from Plato's Republic. Laws for the mind, laws for the soul, laws that cut deeper than time itself. 30 dark laws from Plato's Republic. Law 1. Justice is the harmony of the soul. Justice means minding your own business and not meddling with what is not your own. Plato teaches that true justice begins within. If your soul is in chaos, no law outside can save you. Law 2. The unjust man may rise, but he rots within. Injustice, if it comes into being in a single soul, brings about disorder and hatred. Outward success cannot hide the inner decay of a corrupted soul. Law 3. The masses love shadows more than truth. How could they see anything but the shadows if they were never allowed to move their heads? The cave is real. Most people live chained to illusions, terrified of the light. Law 4. Education is the soul's liberation. Education is not what some people declare it to be, namely, putting knowledge into souls that lack it, but turning the whole soul toward the light. Ignorance is the greatest prison. Knowledge is the only key. Law 5. Power without wisdom devours itself. Until philosophers rule as kings, cities will have no rest from evils. When fools gain thrones, nations bleed. Law 6. Desire is the root of tyranny. The greatest and most savage slavery is being ruled by a master within oneself. The tyrant is not born outside. He grows in the heart, enslaved by desire. Law 7. The soul is tripartite: reason, spirit, and appetite. There are 3 parts to the soul: reason, spirit, and desire. When reason rules, justice lives. When appetite rules, chaos begins. Law 8. The just man is happier than the tyrant. A just man is happy, and an unjust man is miserable. Pleasure blinds the tyrant, but misery awaits him in silence. Law 9. Music and poetry shape the soul. Rhythm and harmony penetrate most deeply into the soul and take the strongest hold upon it. Guard what you consume, for art builds or corrupts your inner order. Law 10. The strongest chains are invisible. They are like prisoners in a cave, chained by the legs and neck so they cannot move. Most men do not even see their chains. They mistake slavery for comfort. Law 11. True rulers serve, not feast. The true ruler does not pursue his own advantage, but the advantage of those he rules. The tyrant feeds on his people. The philosopher king bleeds for them. Law 12. Knowledge without virtue is poison. Opinion without knowledge is always a disgrace. Wisdom is not mere knowing. It is knowing rightly. Law 13. Justice is not the victory of the stronger. Justice is not simply the advantage of the stronger. Might may dominate, but it does not justify. Law 14. Wealth without discipline breeds corruption. The greatest of all plagues is luxury. When gold rules, honor rots. Law 15. Courage is knowledge of what is and is not to be feared. Courage is the knowledge of what is and what is not to be feared. True bravery is not blind. It is reason sharpened against fear. Law 16. The philosopher is hated because he sees truth. The truth would be literally nothing but the shadows of the images. Men chained to shadows despise the one who breaks their chains. Law 17. The state reflects the soul. The city is the soul writ large. Corrupt men create corrupt nations. Just men build just nations. Law 18. Tyranny is born from democracy. The most extreme form of tyranny arises out of the most extreme form of liberty. When freedom turns to excess, chaos summons the tyrant. Law 19. The just man will suffer in an unjust world. The just man will be scourged, racked, bound, will have his eyes burnt out. Do not expect the world to reward your virtue. It will crucify you for it. Law 20. The philosopher lives for truth, not applause. The philosopher is not concerned with the opinion of the many. Seek not the crowd's approval. Their cheers are shadows. Law 21. True wisdom begins in knowing you are ignorant. The beginning of wisdom is the definition of terms. To know nothing is better than to pretend knowledge. Law 22. The just soul rules itself before ruling others. No one is a friend to his own harm, but all men are friends to what is good. Rule yourself, or your passions will rule you. Law 23. Pleasure enslaves more than pain. The excessive lover of pleasure is the enemy of the state. Addiction is the chain that men polish with joy. Law 24. Justice requires balance, not excess. Justice is doing one's own work and not meddling with what isn't one's own. To exceed your role is to break the harmony of all. Law 25. Evil is ignorance in action. No one is willingly evil. The worst crimes are born not of malice but blindness. Law 26. Guard the guardians of the soul. When the guardians become corrupted, the city perishes. If your reason falls to desire, your whole being collapses. Law 27. The just life is superior to the unjust life. Justice is more profitable than injustice. Even if the unjust man prospers, he loses his soul. Law 28. True rulers do not crave power. The best rulers are those who are least eager to rule. The man who lusts for power is least fit to hold it. Law 29. The cave is everywhere. They would look upon the shadows of the artifacts as the whole of truth. Society still sits in darkness, chained to screens and illusions. Law 30. Philosophy is preparation for death. Those who practice philosophy in the right way are in training for dying. To seek truth is to die daily to the world's illusions. These are the 30 laws of Plato's Republic. Laws of justice, of tyranny, of the soul in its war against desire. Remember, the world will always prefer shadows, but the philosopher must seek the fire. If you choose to walk this path, enter deeper into the shadow of wisdom. Subscribe, for the next law awaits in the darkness.